just for some context into this video, I stopped at this it's an antique, small little antique mall kind of store called This and That Collectibles, and I stopped here. I was on my way to a funeral for my cousin that passed away the week prior, and this was today would have been April 25th. And I was killing time waiting for my family, who are all out of town, waiting for everybody to get into town. So I was just sitting around, so I stopped here because I had nothing to do. And this place, it's a little store in downtown DeKalb, Illinois. And but they have a lot of cool stuff, and they have a good amount of booths. And so I just wanted to go in and look around and see what I could find while I was waiting for everyone to get here. And that was it.
Now, I come to this store every so often. There's a very nice couple that runs it. They're very helpful with questions, and they pack your stuff really well. But I was just looking around, and I was picking up random things, and just trying to kill some time waiting for my family to come. And there was something over here that I had, when I went by it, I don't know, I missed it, but I saw it in the corner of my eye, and I later come back to it to try and find what it was, because I could not remember at all. Some of these booths, I usually don't go in. They're not my kind of thing. I'm looking for glass, and I'm looking for pottery and ceramics of certain kinds. I don't really mess with primitives too much because I don't really know anything about them, and I don't want to, mislead people about stuff that I don't really know. I like this booth. It always has salt and pepper shakers, and so I always check it over. So I have bought stuff out of it before. I don't think I did this day though. I only got a couple items out of here actually, but because time started to get away from me, and I realized I was running late by that point, by the time I get out of here. And so this booth, I was looking at it because it was new to me anyway, and I liked that vase, but I just kept going back and forth about it in my head, and I kept looking at it, but I didn't end up picking it up. And anyway, this booth used to be a booth with a bunch of uranium glass in it, but I guess they left. Whoever had it before left. And so now I'm just looking around. I always go by this little wall booth because they often have a lot of Ray Dunn. This day they had some, not a lot, but they usually do have a lot. And I know Ray Dunn is oversaturated and all. I'm going to check this bowl to see if it's uranium, I think, with my black light. Anyway, I do like Ray Dunn. I like the way, the style of it. I mean, I don't necessarily pick it up because I think it's going to make money. I just like them. I don't drink coffee, so, I'm not I need coffee mugs kind of person because I don't drink it. But I do like coffee mugs. I think they're cute, and, I like to sell them. I like to find unique ones. I've always pick up Ray Dunn when I can, or when I feel like it, when I find one that says something funnier. But I usually look for coffee mugs that are funny, or have an animal handle, or there's something inside the cup at the bottom or something like that. I always go through this booth, but I hardly ever get anything out of it. It doesn't usually have things that are geared to me, except for this one case at the very end of it. Always has Fenton in it, but it's pricey Fenton. It's not Fenton that is for resale. It's Fenton you're collecting. At least that's what the prices are. I always check them though, just to see if, maybe they're in my price range. It's only been every so often that they actually were, and I took them. I liked that little pink basket though. It was I don't remember how much it was, but it was, oh, there you go, it was $20. And I didn't think I could get much more than that for that. And it was very pretty, though. They always have pretty stuff. I was looking in this booth. I think it was new to me. Yeah, it was new to me. I didn't know whose it was or, you know, anything about it. But it didn't have anything I wanted inside. There's this booth. Yeah, I was just showing you these dolls. I wasn't sure what they were. This booth I always call it the coffee mug booth because it has a wall of coffee mugs and then all these little glasses. And I actually, just last weekend, well, the weekend of May 7th, because this video is in the past, the weekend of May 7th, I did a booth at the DeKalb back alley market in downtown DeKalb, and the owner of that booth came up to see my booth, and it turns out he knows my employer, and I did not know that was his booth all these years that I've been going there. But he let me know. I was looking at this lamp because it was fantastic, out of my price range, but it was great. And you know, I one day when I can collect, I will pick up stuff for myself. But this was not that day. That booth didn't seem to have very much in it. And you know, and all the different people that have been in it, it's always been that way, where they didn't have that much stuff. I don't know why. I'm sorry I'm moving the camera around so fast. I was trying to move along. I did like this creamer and sugar, but I don't know. Lusterware doesn't seem to sell that well, so I stopped buying it. I try to, you know, keep up with the trends and all that. But sometimes I just buy stuff, you know, because I kept pointing out all these cases of those teddies, you know, the collectible, well, I don't know if they're collectible, but people collect them. The cherished teddies, I think they're called. They had like 5 cases full of them in this store. It was crazy. And I was commenting to myself how my dad's girlfriend, you know, she collects those. So I had told her about them having this. I was picking that up because, you know, I often come across items that I had never seen, and then I get them, and then all of a sudden I see them everywhere. And I had just picked up one of those at another, I don't know, at some garage sale or something, and all of a sudden I kept seeing them everywhere. You know, it's weird when that happens, like, you know, something you think it, you know, you don't come across often, and then all of a sudden you find it, and then you find it everywhere. And yeah, I always like this booth because they have a lot of tchotchkes and ceramics, and it's a mix of glass and pottery and ceramics. And I thought that cake, I'm not sure, that was a fox, I think, or something, I don't know, but it was cute the way it laid on the shelf, I thought. So I put him back. And so I kept looking around, and I'm thinking, whenever I'm moving in the store, I'm always thinking ahead of where I'm headed in the store, you know. And I keep picking this Amberina dish up, but it looks so worn to me that, you know, I liked it, but I didn't think even cleaning it would have helped it. You know, it was cheap too, and but I went back and forth in my head about it, of what, you know, to get it or not, but I did not end up getting it. But yeah, I always, you know, I always am moving ahead in my, you know, because I know the layout, so I'm always thinking about, oh, I wonder what's over there, what's going to be there when I get there, you know. But I was looking at that paperweight because I've been selling my paperweights like crazy at the flea markets, so, and I had a big box full of them, and I am more than halfway gone of them. I mean, I only have like maybe 5 left out of like 35 that I did these last couple booths at Kane County and now in DeKalb. So now I'm trying to find more paperweights because apparently they're popular. And I knew they were popular, but I just thought, you know, people collected the fancy ones. I didn't realize how much people just liked paperweights. So, you know, I'm going to look out for them more often and try to keep them in stock. I like to get animal ones because people always like the animal paperweights, you know. Sure, they like, you know, fancy Murano ones and stuff like that, but most people, you know, can't afford those. But I do get them when I do come across them. I do try to pick them up when I can. This was also a new booth, and curio cabinet full of glass, but it was not glass that I was looking for. But I thought it was really pretty. Yes, and I always like going to this cabinet. They always have pretty things in it, and I always I always come back to this one pottery, or you know, I'm not sure. It's up at the top. I'm not sure if I pick it up or not. I liked this because it was smoky glass, but it's a pottery, like a planter, and it has a bow on the front, and every time I come, I always talk myself out of getting it, even though I know I want it. There's another one of those cherished teddies. So I'm going along. I'm heading towards where the register is, not because I'm going to the register, but because there's other booths that, you know, once you make your way around, another cherished teddy cabinet. Once you make your way around, they go inward, and I mean, it's not a big, you know, antique store, but it has a good amount of stuff. I was looking at the jewelry because I've been lately, you know, finding jewelry, and it's been selling well for me at garage sales. I really am surprised about that. I don't know anything about jewelry. I just pick up what I think is pretty or what I think is cool, and, you know, people buy it. And, you know, I don't charge a huge amount for it. I only put higher prices on things I think are worth that. But higher prices to me are like $8, not, you know, I don't get excessive about it because I don't know jewelry like that to be charging people $20, $30 for something that, you know, is probably only worth like $5 or $10. There's that dish again. I find that dish everywhere. But, all right, I have to take a break for a minute. I also come into this booth. It's towards, it's like in the middle of the store. And anyway, they have a lot of McCoy in here. It's expensive, McCoy. But they also have a lot of salt and pepper shakers, and they also have like wall pockets, and it's a whole mixture. There's toys, there's, you know, glassware, there's, you know, some primitives. And I was like looking at the wall pockets and trying to talk myself into buying them, and I just keep going over it and over it. And at this time, the store owner he always talks to me while I'm walking around the store, and he was giving me his condolences because he knew that I was going to a funeral. And anyway, I was looking at that Franciscan dish set for a second, but I passed it up. Dishes are, I like doing dishes sometimes, but they are, you know, hard to ship. You know, I did pick up this was one thing I did pick up. I picked up this vase, and I have already sold it at one of my flea market booths, but I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was, you know, I liked the lines of it and the colors, and that it had fish on it, and I thought it would sell well, so I did sell it. I think I paid like $8, but I sold it for like $25, and, you know. So I in this booth anyway with dishes, I like them. It's just they're so time consuming, and they take a lot of wrapping, a lot of packaging, you know, and you know it's always a risk of how many of the pieces will get there to the customer, you know, intact. And I hate to disappoint customers. I hate when things break. It disappoints me because I try so hard to package so well. It's one of the things I get complimented on the most is how well I package, and that my items are as I described them to be. I want my items to get to the people that paid their money that they worked for this item, and they want it to be intact when they get there, so I try really hard to do that. And it's been a rare time that things have broke, and usually it's under the couple times it has, it's been understanding people, and they worked with me, and they, you know, didn't really give me a hard time. I was cracking up over that cat because it was so weird. And anyway, so I try my best to package well and get things to the customer right. Did you see how that cat was just like smiling? He had a big old smile on his face. And I'm walking back over here again looking for what it is. I couldn't remember what I passed. And I do find it, and it turns out it was just this green swan. And I didn't take it. But, you know, it's a swan. I end up back at this booth again, because I've now walked around. But there is a booth in the front that I haven't really looked at yet. But I just found myself back over here again and going back around to make sure I didn't miss anything new. And out, you know, just waiting until I really liked those dishes, but I didn't take them. But I thought the colors were really nice. And look, there's another mouse. In a whole different booth. It's so strange how you find weird things and then you find them in another booth in the same store. And I always am trying to rationalize that in my head. I'm like, I wonder, did they know that they had this? You know, and they were priced differently, you know, even though they were pretty much the same thing. I mean, they were slightly different, but the same. So now I'm just walking around, making my way. I almost started singing a song there. I was looking at this box because of the flowers on it, but I didn't really know what it was for. I can't see putting flowers in it because then you would, you know, cover up the hand-painted flowers that were on it. Back at the Fenton glass curio cabinet, I'm just going back, checking. That's all I'm doing until I decide to go up front. I know right now I only have the fish face, but I feel like I picked something else up, but I can't remember what it was. I guess I'm just going to wait with you and see what it was that I picked up. I don't know why I didn't take that. I think there was like a chip on it, and that's why I didn't take it. But I found this one cool butterfly decanter. It was a pottery butterfly decanter in this booth. And I really liked it. I'm trying to think, did I take? No, I don't think I took that either. But yeah, I took. It's for sale on in my stores, but I also take it to the flea markets and all. And I'm trying to see the bowl so I can see what it is. Oh, I picked that up again, and I'm still trying to talk myself into it, but I did not take it. I know I didn't. I go through the store at least, you know, usually I go through about twice. I don't keep going after that. And time was running out. I was trying to see what time it was. That's why I was moving like that. Because somebody was texting me that they were at the funeral home. And my family, my cousin who passed, we grew up with them. We're like siblings. That's how tight we are. My mom and their mom were sisters. My dad and their dad are like best friends. We have always moved together and lived together in the same towns our whole lives. And my cousin passed away, and it was just devastating. It was so unexpected. He was younger than me, and it was just so unexpected. He passed away from a heart attack, and he was only 45. Oh my gosh. Did I go put that back? I think I go put that back. Yeah, he was only 45, and he just was gone, and there was a massive amount of people about to come into town because he was really popular. People loved him. He was so sweet, and his name was Julio Aguinaga, and he was such a good person, and I miss him very much. And well, what I was saying was that, people were texting me that they were already here, because my family was helping them. Every time somebody has passed away in our families, we always help each other, get through it and do the arrangements and, get people there. And, so they were texting me because I was going to meet them at the funeral home so that we can get the viewing and everything going. So I'm at the end of the video. I'm going to cut off in a few seconds here, because I have to get going and I still have to get wrapped up. So I want to thank you for watching my video, and hope you like and subscribe, and continue to watch me. I will get better as I go along, and I know the audio isn't the best, and eventually I'll get a better phone that will help me with that. So I hope you have a good day.